All right, so we were talking about PSG Liverpool. You watched it? Who watched it? Nobody? We'll skip that start. Let's say this. Let's ask you guys this. Very simple question. How are you?
Good.
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Why does the back hurt? What's going on?
Bro, I slept like a demon. You ever wake up with this?
No.
Okay, then that's just me.
All right, so welcome to episode 10 of Talk Footy to Me. I am with Dom and Colin.
Hi.
We are all doing well. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
I don't know. I've been better. I slept really well. I slept like 10 hours, but just a little mentally scattered today. Yeah. What are some Champions League opinions? Let's talk Champions League.
We talking like as a whole or like just
As a whole. Anything. We watching any games?
Yeah.
Start us off, Colin.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually pretty surprised how well not Liverpool but Arsenal and Aston Villa have been doing.
Yeah, Villa.
Yeah, that's wild.
Surprising. It looks like they are going to make it into the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Arsenal with a 7-1 win.
That actually was surprising to me.
Yeah. It was like everything they were trying was going in. What do you want to check out? So here are the first leg scores from the round of 16. Benfica 0, Barcelona 1. I saw some highlights from that game. Turkish kid Kerem Aktürkoğlu. Strange name to say. He played. He missed a couple chances. Barcelona got an early red card, but ended up winning. PSG lost at home 1-0 to Liverpool. That was a crazy game we were just talking about before we started recording. Alisson with game of his career. Still very much in his prime. PSV lost 7-1 at home. I think they got a chance.
Wow.
No.
Now they gotta go to
They massacred.
Yeah.
they gotta go to London now.
Yeah. I think they could play their youth team and still advance, honestly. Bayern,
Before we move on,
yeah.
I would just like to say this as an avid Arsenal
Yeah.
supporter. Can somebody teach Lewis Skelly how to defend? Because that man should have gotten a red card last game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll look into it. Maybe we can send a strong word email.
Right.
Leverkusen red card, pretty convincing.
What minute did he get that red card?
Let's click in and find out. Now that we got Wi-Fi here in West Chicago.
I know, right?
62, and they were already down 2-0 at the
2-0.
time, so it's not a huge thing.
Matter.
Yeah, Feyenoord lost 2-0 at home to Inter. Inter's looking pretty solid, and then a pretty massive game, honestly. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, 2-1 Real. Some great plays made by Rodrigo and Brahim Diaz. I don't know if you guys saw the goals, but pretty sick. Antoine Griezmann still as handsome as ever. My goodness.
How
Well,
old is that man?
who cares?
35?
What?
Yeah, he's getting up there. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. Let's check that
I
out.
thought he was still in his 20s.
Antoine
They
Griezmann.
still get big as well.
Yeah, he is 33.
Oh.
He's a 91 baby. He's a month older than I am. That's crazy. Why is there a picture of him in a jet? You can see this?
Really
Still handsome.
What? Is there
Anyway.
a picture of him in a
All right,
jet?
so
Random.
one question about Champions League. I know we talked about this before, but the new format with the league play and then more teams making the knockout rounds, did it kind of lose its buzz? Did you guys watch as much?
I mean, I watch, yeah, because Arsenal's in it. But, like, as far as a whole, I think it's way too many teams.
Yeah.
I think it's way too many
A lot of
teams.
random teams, right? You guys know who FCSB is? Anybody?
No.
All right. Steaua Bucharest. Ever heard of them?
Not
Exactly.
yeah, I was like, no. It's-
The idea
yeah.
of giving opportunities for other dog teams to kind of, pizzazz and kind of show like, yeah, we're good in our country too, or in our league.
Uh-huh.
I don't see the bad idea in that. I think what is troublesome is how it intertwines with other leagues. So you get lost with watching the Premier League, you get lost
Yeah.
watching La Liga,
Yeah.
and then there's the champions, and now you're trying to keep up. And
Yeah.
then it goes back to the question of, are you burning out players? Because at the end of the day, these players who are playing in the Champions Leagues are the ones who are starting on their teams in
Yeah.
their own leagues.
More
amount of
games,
games they
yeah.
play is
More wear and
wild.
tear. Still got to maintain their domestic cups, things like Carabao Cup, whatever
And
the
then
hell that
fans
is.
fall off because they're like, oh, we're not showing the commitment we usually have or the
Yeah.
amount of playing we usually do, but
Yeah.
we're playing much more games, and it's like you gotta understand
Now that you say that,
the balance.
that's a lot of games just with. So what? English Premier League has what? The Carabao Cup, FA Cup,
Yeah.
and they have the league. Then they'll have either Champions League or Europa, and that's not including national team duties.
Yeah. Yeah. Which again, I hate national team breaks, man. Like international breaks. I can't stand them. All right. So I wanted to do a Messi and Ronaldo check-in. Now, I'm going to explain this as best as I can. I wanted to look up, like, what's the latest with Messi? I know he's still scoring and assisting for Inter Miami. But I Googled Messi buzz, and pictures of Messi with a buzz cut came up, which aren't real,
Nah, dude.
but people have photoshopped him with a buzz cut. And, dude, he looks...
Gross.
He looks like a certain type of German.
He looks like your Eastern European henchman.
No, he looks like that Russian mafia,
Yeah. Okay, so
No,
we're all implying something.
That's
with that,
wild.
Yeah.
but a short Russian mafia.
But yeah, I think he's in town to play the Fire, either like this weekend or something. I don't know. Cold though. I still wouldn't go, since I saw him in the last El Clasico with him and Ronaldo at Barcelona. No big deal. All good. Anyway, all right. So latest with Messi, he's just doing his thing here. And then I looked up Ronaldo. Well, not Ronaldo, but Saudi Pro League. Here are the top scorers. You got Ronaldo with 17. Ivan Toney back in the game. You guys know who that is? Brentford forward.
What?
The guy who got suspended for betting on his own games. Yeah.
I mean, why not bet on yourself?
Yeah. And then Benzema. They each have 16.
Who's the next one under Benzema?
Marcos Leonardo, some rando. I don't know. Some like random people, yeah. In the assist column, let's check that out. Bunch of nobodies, except Sadio Mane. He's got 7. Yeah, and Al Nassr are 4th, like not even striking distance of the championship, so it doesn't look like he's going to win anything there anytime soon.
Nah, he's just banking that money.
Yeah. Still making
Still
a ton
scoring
of money.
goals, though.
Dude, the guy's making like hundreds of millions a year. Can you imagine that?
No.
Just 1 year of that? No.
No, I
Even a
can't.
quarter of it.
All right, Champions League. Messi buzz cut. Ronaldo not winning crap, but he's chasing 1,000 goals.
How far away is he?
He's got like 70 or 80 to go. I'm honestly not sure. Here's a nice ad for tequila on this Sports Illustrated webpage.
So random.
This is why I was like, see if we can cast
Attention
it.
span.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we got to find things to talk about. What better than tequila? Just kidding. To all of our listeners, all of our 40 listeners. All right, Premier League. Let's move on to there.
I'm okay with Premier League.
Do we think Liverpool has this in the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? They
Yeah.
have 67, but Arsenal has a game in hand. So, assuming Arsenal win, Liverpool have a 10-point lead. There are 10 games left.
What's the difference between second and third?
It looks like 6 points. Nottingham Forest, third. City back in the top 4. That's interesting. Right? It was a weird period they had, man. Well, City still have lost 2 of their last 5.
Players are just so tired.
Into the stats, of course. Salah with 25 goals. I think he's going to, if Liverpool win the championship, he takes the golden boot. I think he might be up there for player of the year next year.
I would. I'd give it to him.
Yeah. Holland right behind him. Well, not right behind him. 5 goals behind him. And then Alex Isak. You guys know this guy?
Yep.
Dude, silky. Huh? Have you, he's Swedish, right?
I know, he's smooth on the ball, man. Oh,
Dude, yeah,
my
he is.
Lord.
He's really smart, and I love that he plays for a team like Newcastle, where it's like, they're not exactly a powerhouse team, but they got a lot of good
They've
players.
been
So
slowly building. Them.
Yeah, where
They're
they at?
up and down, dude.
Are they what, fifth?
they were
or
in the
sixth?
Champions League last year, and they started with like a crazy win over somebody, like 4-0 at home last year, and everyone's like, "Whoa, this is!" And then they just tanked from there. So, what are they? They
Yeah.
are not in the top 5.
They're not in the top. Are they what, 6
They're
or 7?
They're probably close. Yeah. Chris Wood.
Yep, Chris
Former
Wood.
center back.
Huh?
He used to be a center back. He got put at center forward for Nottingham Forest. He's got 18 goals.
Brother Manson.
Oh, let me ask you guys this. All right. We'll ask it for you two. Men, women, no difference. Whatever. Peak performance.
Okay.
You're placed at the position of your choice in the best team in the Premier League. How many goals you getting? Like your absolute prime. Well, Colin, you were a defender, so how many clean sheets is your team getting?
Oh, a lot, bro.
Yeah?
A lot.
Hell
Probably
yeah.
getting 4 red cards, by the way.
Yeah. You're sitting
Don't
like half
get
the
red
season.
cards, guys.
Bro, I know if you peak me at right back playing in the Prem, I'll be reckless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to get a clean sheet, absolutely.
Oh, dude, Doku would be just doing numbers on you. Grealish, you'd put Grealish on the ground a few times.
Easy.
You play for Arsenal, I'm
Oh,
guessing.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
can tell you right now, I'm getting yelled at after
Yeah.
the game. Just
By Arteta, can you imagine that? He's just
Yes.
in your face in the locker room after
yes,
a game.
and I'd be like, but we're still 0 at the back. As long as we're 0 at the back, it's fine.
I think he'd be happy to be yelled at.
Yeah,
He'd be
absolutely.
Like a puppy.
Yeah, he's just
Still zeros, buddy.
with a red card. Yeah, a week's wage is gone. What about you?
Goals. I don't know how many goals I would score. I feel like I get the most assists. Out of
Yeah?
all the center mids.
Yeah.
for sure.
What's your primary assist? What's your like best pass? The one that you make that other people don't usually,
I think it's when it was like there's always two people in between,
Uh-huh.
and I make the pass right in between them, like where
Center
they're
backs?
tight, close, yeah.
Yeah. So you're just slipping a
Like
ball
those
right there.
slick ones where like, why would you try to make that pass that
Uh-huh.
actually goes through?
Yeah.
It'd be those,
All right.
like
Okay.
De Bruyne style a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah.
What about you?
I'm bagging 15 minimum. Yeah. I'm
center?
going left, huh?
Center?
No, are you kidding? You see the size of those guys? I'm either playing, well, if it was, then it'd be like false 9. But I'm getting those
Yep.
diags all day. All right? I'm going to cut in, but if they start to if they start to block that off, I'm cutting in and I'm playing the center forward, following it. He's laying off and I'm going bottom corner. And then I'm getting a couple red cards too for sure.
Yeah, but are they for tackles or descent?
They're from emotional issues
Okay,
from
emo-
off the field following me on the field. That's what they're from. All right, bouncing from this nonsense. What else do we watch? You guys watch La Liga, I presume? A little bit? No? Nice, okay. Serie A?
More Bundesliga.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
What
I like
team?
Bundesliga better. I've always liked Bundesliga better.
What-
Leverkusen is all. Leverkusen since a little kid. I don't
Really?
know why. I don't know why.
They used to be they used to be pretty good in early 2000s.
And then they just
Yeah.
they didn't really fall off, but like
Yeah.
they were not that strong until last year and the year before.
Yeah, until Alonso took over.
Yeah, they've been playing some real.
Yeah, I know, but now they're like down in the Bundesliga. They're second. I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to recover, and they're, Champions League or round
They're
of
still up
16.
there,
But
though.
then I think
Yeah.
We're acting
yeah.
like they kind of
I
like
think
just
about it.
disappeared.
I just the thing I can't stand about them is Granit Xhaka. I think he's one of the most overrated players in history. I'm not kidding. Really?
I mean, is he needed at Leverkusen? Probably.
No, you could swap anybody in for him.
But at the
Maybe
same
not,
time,
but,
I always will need somebody like Granit Xhaka. If I get someone comes on an attack with me,
Yeah.
it's just me trying to fight a team, and then this
Yeah.
dude comes charging out all the time, all day, every day.
He probably brings like AK-47s to the locker room. He's a crazy guy. What?
This dude.
Is it too much?
This dude always fights. He's always looking for fight. Though.
Yeah.
Not too much violence.
Yeah. Well, I had a tab open for yeah.
We
It
do
is,
not
isn't
support
it?
violence, guys.
Yeah, we don't
Don't do
support
that.
violence.
I told-
Which
that's
is
what I
why
tell
Don't do
kids.
that.
which is why
Just be smarter.
Granit Xhaka needs to not be a soccer player. So I've been following Serie A little bit. Napoli was having a good year. Now they're down 1 point in second, and they have an interesting last 5 games.
Who
Why
are
do
the
you say
last 5?
interesting?
I'm about to explain.
Let's see
I don't
this.
know the last 5, but they've tied 4 and lost 1. So they haven't won in 5 games. So they could be comfortably running away with the league, and they're not. Only 43 goals scored out of 27 games. Yeah, I know, right? It's confusing.
Well, who's their last 5? That's
I don't
wild.
know. I honestly don't know. Yeah. Well, I could click and look, I suppose, huh? Udinese, they lost at Como. They tied Lazio. They tied Inter, and yeah. So you
They don't have
follow
a goal
Serie A, huh?
scorer.
They have Lukaku. Yeah, eye roll,
Have you
side
seen
eye.
Lukaku?
Yeah, so that guy's been on like 15 teams, and he started in Belgium when he was 16. When he first hit the scene, I had YouTubed his highlights. This guy was running past,
Yeah,
like their defenders would have like 10 yards drop on him, and he'd still run past them.
he's that big kid that used to be good, but because he doesn't know how to use his body or actually go with the ball,
Sure, yeah.
all he's got is his body.
Yeah, yeah,
That like his
Yeah.
strength is
and size, yeah.
it's just an
And-
average
and he-
thing at the higher level.
He had a horrible touch, but I watched the Inter Napoli game from this past weekend, and their game plan is just playing to Lukaku, and he's got to like trap it, and and he's doing really well with that now.
That's what they use. That's what they usually use him for,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
last 3-4 teams he was with. That's all I would use him for.
What was he before Chelsea?
Before Chelsea, you know what's clicking to this guy?
Because
huh?
that's when he was better. And then he came to Chelsea, and they were expecting him to score
Yeah.
like, all the goals for the
Yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah.
And when
All
he
right,
wasn't
let's
producing
look-
results,
Oh, he's still only 31, is he? Yeah. 93, baby. Started at Anderlecht, then went to Chelsea. He was there 3 years, 10 appearances in 3 years. He's probably out on loan. Yeah.
Yeah.
West Bromwich loan, 35 games, 17 goals. Everton loan, 31 games, 15 goals. Then at Everton, 110 games, 53 goals. That's a decent ratio. Then he went to United. That's where it started to kind of fall apart.
yeah.
Didn't do so well there. Inter Milan, Chelsea, Inter Milan, Roma, Napoli. Yeah, that's a hell of a list, huh?
Seems like a lot of players that go to United now, as of late,
And Inter.
when they leave, they have a much better career.
Yeah, yeah. United's still a disaster.
Oh yeah.
They gotta gut this team completely. What's his name? Amarim or whatever.
Yeah,
He's
but
got a
like,
job and a half.
I don't think it's the ground level is the actual issue.
It's organization.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need to clean the whole club.
Yeah.
They need to sell the club to somebody else.
Didn't they just do that? Didn't with like new ownership start to like change things up last year? I can't remember
There
what.
was a new owner.
All right,
Who
so
that?
do you watch Mexican soccer? No. What do
I
you
don't
watch?
care. I usually just watch the Premier League.
Premier League.
Yeah.
All right, so
Or when it comes to Champions, but I've been slacking on Champions League, so
yeah, Colin, you said Bundesliga.
Bundesliga,
Yeah.
Premier League.
Have you seen on, I think it's Eintracht, Frankfurt, this guy, Furyk. I brought him up, I think, in an earlier podcast.
Bring him up. I don't know why I pointed because he's the only one.
Stuttgart. This guy. Stone cold baller. You guys got to watch this guy. If you want to know what a modern number 10 is like, is his number even 10? I hope so.
How old is he?
he looks old, but he doesn't. Look old.
Yeah, right. He's 27 years old. He is also number 27, and he's on the German national team. Wait, dude, 5'11", 154 pounds. Jeez. Yeah, I was 154 pounds when I was like 5'7".
The wind's gonna blow and he's gone.
Yeah, I know, but
Probably super fast.
Look,
Elongated.
stone cold baller. Like when this guy gets the ball, it's fun. It's fun to watch.
Is it Stuttgart?
Yeah, and they're okay. So here's a funny story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not that bad actually. It's like it's self-deprecating, which everybody loves, right? When COVID first hit, I was early on during quarantine. I was moving, and there was this 2-week gap where I worked. My best friend lived about 3 blocks south of, and I kind of had to stay close. So I crashed on his couch for 2 weeks before until I moved like 2 blocks from there. This is River North.
Okay.
And when it like first hit and like everything was closed down, and you know some people were like transitioning to working from home for a while and yada yada yada. We just had a lot of time on our hands, so we just went to playing FIFA. I can't remember which FIFA it was, but he was doing career mode with Stuttgart, and we were just playing all day one day, and he fell asleep. It took like a 3-hour nap, and I got us. Because I hadn't played FIFA in like 10 years. I haven't had a console since Xbox 360. Yeah,
Bruh.
I know. And
Must have been a minute.
yeah, I know, right?
It's
It's like since maybe 2013, I haven't had a console.
Jeez.
And I got his Stuttgart team relegated, and I got me as a coach fired. And so I quit and didn't save, and then started it again, and I got us relegated and fired again before he woke up.
How?
I just sat there playing FIFA for like 7 hours, and I was like, dude, this is totally different than what I remember. I'm terrible.
He's like, I'm gonna get another red card. I'm gonna get another red card.
Yeah, and
Another
he'll
tackle,
never let me
tackle.
forget it. Whenever the topic of FIFA comes up, it's always just
Like,
He
like
just gives you that death stare.
I
like,
went to sleep and I woke up and you got me relegated and fired from the team.
Twice?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know about the second time, or he knows about the second, not the first. So yeah, Stuttgart, Chris Furyk, check him out. Actually, just seriously, like if you have 5 minutes, YouTube his highlights.
Watch
He's a
Stuttgart.
poor
baller.
guy.
We should pull it up there, but instead we got
It's the one he used to get him
"You're My
relegated and
Home"
fired.
live at the Great American Music Hall, 1975. Billy Joel. Dude, look at the picture in the thumbnail versus
I
the
was like,
actual
why are we
picture.
jumping into the TV now?
I don't know. I wish we could put up the
It's pretty close.
yeah. Hey, what's up next, Colin? Can you read that?
Cocker imitation.
It's really literally what it says.
Slash
so
you are so.
What is a cocker? I don't want to YouTube that or Google it.
Spaniel.
Oh yeah.
You brought up the Mexican. Why did you watch it?
No, I just thought you're Mexican. Maybe the Pride or something. I watched
I
Turkish
could
League.
care less.
So Galatasaray tied Fenerbahce last weekend 0-0. Crazy game. So I am
The last Turkish game I saw, you were here,
yeah.
and it was.
But that was
Galatasaray.
Europa League, and
Oh my!
we got that
Yeah, I
red
saw
card
your
and lost
team
4-1.
play
Lord.
before. It was
Yeah,
like
you
final.
were sitting over there, and it was
Well,
like the
before that, too.
80-something
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
We had a red card. We just gave up our fourth goal, and I was like sitting really pissed off. I had like my hand in my face. I'm like really upset, and it shows the Turkish fans, and they all look like me, and you're like, hey, you look like all those fans. Or, like you
was
look
not
like
me.
yeah, it was you.
No, it wasn't.
Was it
That
Day
sounds
or
like
was it
something
you?
I would say.
I don't think it was me.
100%. And I was sitting there boiling. I was about to lose my mind. I was gonna get up and be like, well, and really, get fired immediately after. No, I'm kidding.
He wouldn't.
But
do that
I
to
was-
me. He
no,
gets
I-
too scared.
Also, I use that game as a lot of defensive what nots to do for kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Do you?
my lord! Just come
There
out here
was
like-
there was a lot, but our right back who got the red card in the knockout rounds of the Europa League last year, he also got a red card. We lost 4-1. He's a holding mid. He's not a right back. So because of that game, we went inside Frankowski, the Polish international, who's also terrible at defending.
So they're all.
Look, I love this team, and it's been great being a fan of this team. We've been having a lot of success.
getting
But so when it dips down a little bit below perfection, I have this terrible anxiety. It's the worst.
There's no such thing as perfection, though.
I know.
Listen.
Do
What?
you though?
I do,
Listen,
I
as
do,
an
but it
Arsenal
doesn't
fan, I'm
help
just
how I
like,
feel.
when we win, I'm just like, thank God, because in about a little bit, they're about to give up 4 games.
Yeah. Well, since when a good coach leaves, a big club has a long period of, when Arsene Wenger left. Who were their good coaches between Arsene Wenger and Arteta? And when did Wenger retire? Do we know?
Isn't it 20?
Let's see when Wenger
I'm trying to
retired.
think of who else took over after that. Like,
2020?
Oh,
2020?
oh, he's at Roma now, I believe.
Who?
Oh, it's not Roma. Is it Roma? He's at?
Wenger?
No,
Wenger's
the coach. It was one of the
might
other
be
coaches.
dead.
One of the other coaches that took over. And he
He's not dead.
Okay, I know. I'm
no,
kidding.
Wenger's living his best life.
Oops.
Came.
Arsenal coaches. Let's
Showed
see.
up to a game one time. I forgot.
Okay. Jugendberg stepped in for a minute. Remember when somebody got fired? Unai Emery.
Yeah, here we go, Emery.
He's at Roma.
Is he? I don't know where. I thought he
I
was.
don't
no,
know.
he's in the EP. No, he's at Austin Villa.
Aston Villa. Austin Villa.
Say Austin Villa.
I don't know who else. Well, they got a lot of random. Per Mertesacker was coach for a second.
Bruh, we
Dude,
didn't have-
what?
It wasn't a good time for us.
He's the current manager of the academy. Do you remember when they signed him as like the center back? He's the slowest guy I've ever seen. Random jump.
Still not as bad as Mustafi.
Yeah, Mustafi's terrible. Yeah,
But
Mustafi
does-
was awful.
But doesn't Mustafi have a World Cup under his belt too?
But he rode the bench. It's not like he played a minute in that World Cup. There's a forward for the guy who rescued the game for Napoli against Inter.
Uh-oh.
Ole.
And I have to take
Welcome
that phone
to-
call, too.
Holland's telenovela.
It's just him eating oatmeal cream pies. Mi corazón.
Mi amor.
Napoli signed Billy Gilmore, Scottish holding mid. This is last year. They signed Scott McTominay from United, and McTominay's killing it
I
there.
was going to say, he's doing really well.
And then they signed that big English forward, Napoli
Wow.
squad.
So descriptive.
But so this guy
they
is
all
hold on,
big?
oh Phil Billing.
Where was he at, Billy?
I think he was at Nottingham, or he was at some mid Premier League team. Guy's 6'6".
On the second bracket of the Premier League.
Can we, like for a second, can you imagine being like 6'5" or something?
No, I can't
Colin,
even imagine
he'd probably
being
be
5'8".
best player in the world.
No, just looking up at Cuevas that he's 6'2", so
So yeah,
6'5"?
No, 6'6". Well, yeah,
6'6"?
can you imagine being 6'5"? I was asking about.
Can I imagine myself even taller than I am? No.
No. Dude,
Just be
Italians
angry.
are the coolest names. Giacomo Raspadori.
please tell me he's Italian.
No, he's
Yeah,
he's French. No, he's English.
Well, that's like every time I look at the Polish national team, it's like all these Polish nations. There's
Yeah.
Matty Cash.
Yeah, Matty Cash. Yeah, he was born and raised in England though.
Is
That's
he?
that's a weird.
Spinazzola.
Yeah, Spinazzola. That guy's so sick. Pasquale Mazzocchi. Look at that. There's some cool names. Yeah, we have brought ourselves to just talking about cool soccer player names.
Yep.
You guys got anything for me? I'm just
Honestly,
Googling random stuff here.
that's usually my life.
Yeah.
Just
How's
Google
training
The
going?
Chivas won, apparently, versus America.
Yeah, that's a big rivalry.
Everybody was
That's
like,
a top 10 rivalry. What do you support? Who do you support?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
My dad's an America fan, though.
Oh, there you go.
So if I have to say one, I'm be
Oh,
like,
so
I'm an
he's-
America fan.
He's kind of depressed.
No,
right
he
now.
probably doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Like, he might be like, damn, they lost, and then he goes on and say, he's not
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
wholehearted.
man.
He's gonna cry or something. No. Or they're gonna be like burning jerseys or something. No.
No, that's kind of how I am.
I can
to be
tell.
quite honest with you, yeah.
You're
yeah.
very.
Oh yeah. Well, possessed.
You're
by the
reeled
game, yeah.
into the team. You're like a family to them.
Yeah, but it's unhealthy at times.
It's. Yeah, it can be,
Yeah.
but
You
it's
have to have a
interesting how.
I have to have a passion.
Yeah, it's interesting
Yeah.
how like certain fans, it's like part of their life,
Mm-hmm.
and there's others where they don't really make it part of their life, so that's why it doesn't affect you as much.
Yeah.
But when it's like you and other fans similar, then it's like my everyday life revolves on how my team might be doing,
Exactly.
or how my mood
My
will
self-worth.
be because my team did bad.
My self-worth is tied to no.
Hey,
Well, a little bit, but then it dips down below a certain level, and I'm like,
it's
yeah, it's too
studied.
unhealthy. I
so
can't.
it's
yeah,
studied in
yeah.
psychological.
I got one.
Wait, let's hear it.
We have one Millwall fan in this building.
Yeah, we do.
I wish I could get his thoughts on that ridiculous goalkeeper hit on
Goalkeeper red card.
Oh
my God.
the murdering of a player basically.
Their FA is pushing for him to get a longer red card ban. Apparently, it was pretty bad.
Oh, I saw that picture.
Bad.
Yeah, that's a.
I just saw the
Oh,
picture
that's
and
a
I was
cleat
like,
in the face.
I was like, what happened?
Dude, what
Yeah.
on Mateta, Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
25 stitches in his left ear. That's wild. So,
Viva la Millwall.
I do love the Millwall fan culture. It's like a hated club, and yep, there you go. He's nodding. Yeah, we talked about that.
Boss
Yeah.
man said yes.
What's your connection to Millwall? Like, why did you?
Born and raised.
Yeah, okay. Born and raised,
Chad, born
says
and
Chad.
raised.
Yeah. You fit in as a fan, right? Maybe play center back for them.
I was gonna say he fit in as a player for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Just put the blue and red stripes.
Chad, have you ever gotten a red card?
One.
One. Okay.
You've got like one or two, no?
Not
Red cards.
not while I was an official player.
Oh.
Afterwards, I've gotten
For retirement
several.
games.
Yeah, like
Alright.
men's leagues and whatnot. I've gotten many.
Some of
This
those
is
are funny.
interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, some of those
The
are
guy
really
who
funny.
wrote this article, Jonathan Wilson. Look at. I'm lucky enough to have been
columnist.
able to turn a childhood soccer obsession into a 24-year career that has included 13 books, regular columns in the best publications in the world, and regular name checks on Ted Lasso. Interesting. This guy's legit.
You're about to look him up and see how can I get up there.
Yeah.
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 as you should.
All right. I think that's all we have today for Talk Footy to Me. Colin, Dom,
See
Ya
you next
boy.
time.
Thank you.